For the leader on the Gittite by Aphiv. Sing for joy to God our strength. Shout to the God of Yaakov. Start the music, beat the drum. Play the sweet lyre and the lute. Sound the shofar at Rosh Hodesh and at the full moon of the pilgrim feast, because this is the law for Israel, a ruling for the God of Yaakov. He placed it as a testimony in Yosef. He went out against the land of Egypt. I heard an unfamiliar voice. I lifted the load from my shoulder. His hands were freed from the laborer's basket. You were out when you were in trouble, and I rescued you. I answered you from the thundercloud. I tested you at Meribah spring by saying, Hear my people, when I give you warning. Israel, you would only listen to me. There is not to be with you any foreign god. You are not to worship an alien god. I am Yahweh your God, who brought you up to the land of Egypt. Opened your mouth, and I will fill it. But my people did not listen to my voice. Israel would have none of me. So I gave them over to their stubborn hearts, to live in their own plans. How I wish my people would listen to me, that Israel would live by my ways. I would quickly subdue their enemies and turn my hand against their foes. Those who hate Yahweh would cringe before him. While Israel's time would last forever, they would be fed with the finest wheat, and I would satisfy you with honey from the rocks. A psalm of Asaph. Elohim stands in the divine assembly. There with the Elohim judges. He judges, how long will you go on judging unfairly, favoring the wicked? Give justice to the weak and fatherless. Uphold the rights of the wretched and poor. Rescue the destitute and needy. Deliver them from the power of the wicked. They don't know, they don't understand, they wander about in darkness. Meanwhile, all the foundations of the earth are being undermined. My decree is, you are Elohim, God's judges, sons of the Most High, of all you. Nevertheless, you will die like mortals, like any prince you will fall. Rise up, Elohim, and judge the earth, for all the nations are yours. A psalm of Asaph. God, don't remain silent. Don't stay quiet. God, we're still. Because here are your enemies causing an uproar. Those who hate you are raising their heads, craftily conspiring against your people, consulting together against those you treasure. They say, come, let's wipe them out as a nation. Let the name of Israel be remembered no more. With one mind they plot their schemes, and the covenant they have made against you, the tents of Edom and Yishmaelim, Moab and the Hagrim, Gaval, Ammon and Emilak, Pleshtet, and those living in Zor. Ashur, too, is allied with them to reinforce the descendants of Lot. Do to them as you did to Midian, to Sisera, and Yavan at the Vadi Kishon. They were destroyed at En-dor and became measured for the ground. Make their leaders like Oreb and Ze'ev, all their princes like Zavach and Zulamana, who said, let's take possession of God's meadows for ourselves. My God, make them like whirling dust, like chaff driven by the wind, like fire burning up the forest, like a flame that sets the mountains ablaze. Drive them away with your storm. Terrify them with your tempest. Fill their faces with shame, so that they will seek your name, Yahweh. Let them be ashamed and fearful forever. Yes, let them perish in disgrace. Let them know that you alone, whose name is Yahweh, are the Most High over all the earth. For the leader on the Gittite, a psalm of the sons of Korach. How deeply loved are your dwelling places, Yahweh Sabaoth. My soul yearns, yes, faints with longing for the courtyards of Yahweh. My heart and body cry for joy to the living God. As the sparrow finds herself a home and the swallow her nest where she lays her young, so my resting place is by your altars, Yahweh, Sabaoth, my King and my God. How happy are those who live in your house. They never cease to praise you, Selah. How happy the man whose strength is in you, in whose heart are pilgrim highways. Pathing through the dry Bacha Valley, they made it a place of springs, and the early rain clothes it in blessings. They go from the strength to Zion and appear before God in Zion. Yahweh, God of armies, hear my prayer. Listen, God of Yaakov. God, see our shield, the king. Look at the face of your anointed. Better a day in your courtyards than 1,000 days elsewhere. Better just standing at the door of my God's house than living in the tents of the wicked. For Yahweh, God, is a sun and shield. Yahweh bestows favor and honor. He will not withhold anything good from those whose lives are pure. Yahweh Svaot, how happy is anyone who trusts in you. For the leader, a psalm of the sons of Korach. Yahweh, you have shown favor to your land. You have restored the fortunes of Yaakov, taken away the guilt of your people. Pardon their sin, all their sin. Selah. Withdrawn all your wrath, turn from your fierce anger. Restore us, God of our salvation. Renounce your displeasure with us. Are you to stay angry with us forever? Will your fury last through all generations? Won't you revive us again so your people can rejoice in you? Show us your grace, Yahweh. Grant us your salvation. I am listening. What will God Yahweh say? For he will speak peace to his people, to his holy ones, but only if they don't relapse into folly. Salvation is near to those who fear him, so that glory will be in our land. Grace and truth have met together. Justice and peace have kissed each other. Truth springs up from the earth, and justice looks down from heaven. Yahweh will also grant prosperity. Our land will yield its harvest. Justice will walk before him and make his footsteps a path.